Hey everyone, Greta here. Today we are going to talk about our toes. Whenever we're doing a shape that requires us to either lift one or maybe both legs up into the air, I get asked a lot of times, what do you do with them? Do you point the toes? Do you flex the foot? Or do you do the hybrid, the midway, the floating shape? If you ask me, again, it really depends on the situation. If I'm practicing or teaching a particular method of practice that has specific cues on the alignment on the toes, like Ashtanga or forest yoga, then I would definitely follow. If not, I'll be more random. I will play around with it and see which gives me the thing that I need. So I don't have one fixed answer. Let's say if I'm in a warrior 3, okay, I would actually prefer that floating thing where you are in the midway. So you are actually pressing the balls and the toes away from the body. For this one, when I'm in a warrior 3, I generally would choose this variation because I could feel the power of my extended leg pressing something away, like imaginary wall, instead of just kind of hanging out. I rarely point my toes either in a one leg balancing pose, simply because if I point, I usually cramp. I actually get a really huge cramp in my calf, so I generally don't do that. However, when I'm in an inversion, let's say in a headstand, I would generally point my toes. I don't point them like really intensely, but my toes will be pointing up to the sky. And the reason why I choose this is because I feel when my toes are reaching up to the sky, it sends the energy of my legs, my entire body up to the ceiling. It just gives me a little bit more reference, like I feel my body taller and lighter.
I know some people, when they are up in an inversion, they tend to flex because they feel that like this, they feel more stable because their feet are kind of pressing into the ceiling. Some people like to float. For me, it's just pointing.
For me, in an inversion, I don't want my legs to work as much. I want the focus to be in the base, so that's why I don't usually engage my toes as much. Whereas in let's say a one leg balancing pose, or maybe in an arm balance where I really need my legs to work hard as well, I would generally float my toes. I rarely flex my foot simply because I just feel it's kind of odd, but then that's just me. Next time when you are doing a shape that requires you to think about your toes, have a think and see what you want to do with it. Do you want the leg to give you more power, or do you want that length in your leg? So once you have that answer to that question, then the toes should move accordingly. Especially for those of us who are into arm balance and inversions, the toes do play a very big role, even though they seem very small compared to like your thigh and the arms and the shoulders. They are actually very, very important. Once they have a role to do, once you give them something to work on, actually the entire leg would follow. Let me know in the comments below which is your preferred toe alignment, and I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy.